6 weeks ago, I promised you reminders from now on, sort of, every week. Make sure that you get all these things in. We are going to continue the story, the history that we started last Wednesday, just as a reminder, of course, when we discussed postmodernism, just in its really basic format. It is about bringing all voices in. Postmodernism makes us realize that there is a difference between social reality and physical reality, in the sense that with physics, with chemistry, you can agree on a way to measure nature and then proceed to do so. And as long as you stay within the same standards, you will get the same story told by your data. When it comes to how human beings interact with each other and how they think about the world, actually there is not one reality. There's a totalitarian idea that somebody tries to enforce, and there should only be one story, one way of seeing things, one way of acting, and so on and so on. But of course, human reality is a lot more interesting than that. So what we've started to look at is basically a different version of the past told about this area right here. You get one version, the European version, when you, for example, go into a lot of the local museums. If you've ever been up in Santa Fe in the Governor's Palace Museum, you get one version of the story of this area. When you talk to members of the various nations, of course, the pueblos, you get another version of the past, you get another story, and that is exactly what we are looking at. We've already heard from how the world was created, where people came from. There are different versions of that. Each society has its own explanation of why they exist and how they came to exist. And so right now we are in in the first era of contact. The Spanish the Europeans from the south have come into this area, have misbehaved, and we are getting, of course, a story from folks who don't necessarily approve of that kind of behavior. And so we'll continue this, and then we can talk a little bit about it when it's done. Let me whoops, it would help.
The church and the state.
Especially as it interacts with politics. What is the more preferable? Is it the more better? Or is it winner take all? So what we're going to do is I want to show of hands. How many people were born between January and June? Okay. Over there. Get up. Get over there. That way. How many people were born between July and December? Over there. How many people were born outside of those two? Okay, never mind. We are a little bit short on the second half. Okay, June baby. One June baby. Okay. June baby, go over here so you can have that. Wait a minute.
I can do that.
Okay. We're due to take our break, so we're going to take a 10-minute break, finish 15 minutes. First half of the year, you're going to find why the more is the better, using this as an example. The second half of the year, you're going to find why winner take all is the better, based on this. You understand your mission? I shall explain it to you again.
Maybe,
Yes?
I understand the mission, but maybe not so the concept of the question. Like what winner take all, the more the better.
Social justice theories basically say that we need to hear all voices. And actually, for everybody's quality of life, the more the better. The more variety and so on and so on. Conservative theories say, whoever's on top is right and has the right to change everybody else and has the right to take on. And the others should just either go away or be changed. So using this particular history as an example, you over there, you argue for this. You over here, you argue for this.
Okay.
We shall come back in 10, 15 minutes. We'll flip a coin and see who goes first.